All right. What's up, everybody? My name is Arcagus, and we're back for some more Oxygen Not Included. Having a lot of fun with this kind of this look-back playthrough. A lot has changed in the game. They've added a lot of new systems and dependencies that kind of help streamline the game a bit and otherwise add some new challenges. So I've kind of been having fun discovering what those are without any sort of pre-knowledge or, you know, research done beforehand to kind of prepare myself for what I'm getting into. So today we're going to kind of pick up where we left off in the last stream. I haven't played it all since the last stream. So it's basically just immediately after that that sign off that we're resuming and just continuing down the road we started with cleaning up our plumbing system for our polluted water and continuing down our rocket science track. So, still too much. Let's get started. First, I need to change the game resolution. Not sure how or why it always reverts back to this 32:9 mode. I don't mind it. Usually I'll play a little bit of the game offline or off stream. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do... There we go. All right. Now you guys should be able to see everything. Select stream, refresh. Excellent. Okay. Resuming cycle 386. And our mic is definitely working today, although that input is a little high. How about now? Still high. How about now? That's good. Okay. So like I said, we've pretty much uncovered the entirety of the map that we have available to us now. With the exception of this corner over here, which we're not too terribly worried about. I don't really expect to find any sort of surprises in there. There's still a little bit of chlorine and hydrogen we can collect over here. And I do... Oh, we're in fast. Let's slow down for a minute while we... Zombie spores. Who's got zombie spores? Who got zombie spores? Did they... Oh no. We did this wrong. All right. We need to make sure we're ready to handle zombie spores. Chance of contracting. Bionics. So that's reduce the chance of contracting. Rad pill, curative tablet. Minor germ-based diseases. That's... No, I think we need serum vial. Extremely powerful medication created to treat severe diseases. Serum vial is very effective against zombie spores. All right, we need at least one of these now. We're gonna have to use one of our sunbug eggs. Okay, we need to prioritize that. All right. Might be an overreaction. It doesn't say they've contracted the disease, just that they were exposed. That's at least what I saw in the brief second that the message was up. The message is already gone. So I'm assuming it's just a light notification warning type thing. Lime. We need more lime. Okay. Let's see. So we got our sunbug from here. And I kind of want to focus on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So why don't we do this? Yeah, people can go through the medical wing to get through here. You know, it doesn't have to be full size right now. What I want to do is I want to separate the sunbugs and have a dedicated collection of them here. $200. I meant for it to go there. So if it went there, then the next one would be here. They're 3 wide. Okay. Okay. And let's get some priority on these. Just 7 should be fine. You too. And then we need a drop off. Oh, I don't want to do this. Okay, we're not going to do it. I was going to move these, but he's already started making that. I don't want to go through all that. So we're just going to go ahead and put it there. And we need a deliver point for their eggs. Okay, there's no shinebug eggs. And there's no sunbug eggs anymore either. So then we just gave birth to one. There is a shinebug egg. Okay, so drop off, we're removing sunbugs from this. Shinebug, shinebug. Okay. Okay, once this door gets closed, this should become stable. Okay, we're good there. How'd you get here? Give them some phosphorite and some gristleberry. Okay. There's a sunbug there. I mean, he should be. The problem location of critters that exceed the maximum amount set. Now that, maybe we need to match the priorities. Okay, so this should be automatic. As soon as we find a sunbug in here, it should be relocated here. As soon as the sunbug is born here. What's the next incubation? Let's try and get that going now. Yeah. Okay. There's some gristleberry. Nope, no sunbug. Oh, no. There should just be Dracos now. Glossy Dracos. Okay. But there's no sunbugs in here, right? Nope. I really need to work on my critter populations. Make sure I'm not getting too overloaded with critters. I don't think I need so many stone hatches. Okay, so we're just going to start birthing normal hatches. We never even allowed a sage to be born. Okay, the serum's ready. I'm assuming it's over here. No, it's not. Where does the serum go? Does it go into normal storage? What's a story trait? Drain journal? This is just seeds, right? Yep. Okay. So where does the serum go? So that's got a medical pack. That's got the serum vial. Okay. So if this gets out of control, so the whole reason I built all this, and maybe I didn't do this right, because I thought there was something here that would prevent this from being exposed here while they built this. Oh, it was this. When we built this. So this was dug out. I don't know why I did that. I shouldn't have done that. So yeah, so they dug this out, and they dug this out before they built this, and that's how the spores got free. So zombie spores. Zombie spores are a parasitic brain fungus released by spore kids. Duplicants who touch or inhale the spores risk becoming infected and temporarily losing motor control. They are inhibited by gas. What does that mean? Killed by solid and liquid. Disinfected by bleach stone, chlorine gas, and liquid chlorine. So we would need to collect and purge this through a gas reservoir in chlorine. Oh, that's a good question. So do we want to do that? So if we put a catch-all reservoir inside the cistern system thing that we're building here, gonna need a ladder. Okay. This thing's not going to need a lot of power, but I want it to have its own power separate from these systems. And then this will be removed. All of this will be moved out, and then this space will be reclaimed for something else. If we use all of this space, it'll go to here. And that is 84 tiles. We can do something with that. Okay. I don't like that being right there. Untouchable. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to have our inputs. Do we want them to go through this line though? No, we want them closer to this. Right there should be fine. That's going to run from here in here. Okay, we can get you out of here now. Get that out of the way. All right, she's got zombie spores. Why can't I click her? Okay. She breathed germ-filled oxygen. Time to recovery, 18 cycles. 6-bay assignment will allow faster recovery. All right. We're gonna let it run its course with her. It just so happens that our doctor is the one that's contracted the spores. We need to make sure we know. So that there's more spores here, but those are still contained. I don't see any other spores anywhere else. So I'm assuming that they all came from here. We have no creatures down here anymore. We used to have some. What are they called? The precursors to the grubs, the Sweetles. We used to have some Sweetles in here, but they kind of got relocated. So, yeah. I'm thinking we have germs there. So what I'm thinking we can do is, I don't like carpeted tile being part of our seal here, but I don't see a lot of option here. We're going to build, let's set that priority to a max. Deconstruct 9. Deconstruct 9. And actually, we're going to make this into a seal portal. Okay. Get that done. What we want to do is isolate this so that the spores can't spread into the rest of this oxygen, because it goes all the way into here and into here. And they're still doing a lot inside this space. We're going to combine this space with this space as well. But we're going to hold off and get this spore situation under control before we do that. So the spores have only reached to here so far. I'm hoping if we do this quickly enough. You do not look happy, Hassan. Alright, set you to 9. Get you set up there. Once those are built, we've at least got it contained in this area. Then we'll set up a vacuum pump right in here to start pulling it into a tank. And we'll just let it go until it's all contained. Yeah, there shouldn't be any spores in here. There shouldn't be any reason for anybody to go in here. Well, they should be able to come out if they're inside. Our natural gas reservoir is still going up, so we're still collecting more than we're burning to meet our energy needs, which is good. Oh, they've gotten up here. They're still climbing. I set the priority right. Oh, not that one. Okay. Maybe this doesn't need to be a door. Maybe we can do everything in here. I was just using this kind of as a buffer that I could build from here and avoid exposure to the spores, but I don't think by the time I get all this done, that's going to be safe. I think they're going to get in here. Yeah, they've already spread this far. Yeah, they're still climbing. All right, get that one done, and we'll see what we're left with. All right, what kind of energy do we have to work with here? We've got 830 out of 2,000. So what we can probably do... No, that would dig too much. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because it's defined by... It'll be blocked by the door once it's put in place. But it'll dig into this stuff, which we don't really want either. No, we don't need to do this. Okay. Carbon dioxide, 24 degrees, that's good. Even more. This is holding at 2,000 kilograms at 1 degree. And we've got 27 kilograms of oxygen in here for some reason. How did we get 27 kilograms of oxygen? Okay. Yeah. This vent is just... Why? Let me guess. There's some carbon dioxide in here. There is. Okay, so there's carbon dioxide in here. And when that moves over here in front of the vent, the pressure of the carbon dioxide is only 400 grams. And so that's lower than the pressure in the vent. So it pushes the carbon dioxide and pushes more oxygen into that square. And then carbon dioxide moves, it shifts because of the... You can't actually occupy the same square with two different gases. And so then that oxygen is added to the other oxygen in here. So what I need... God, this is going to be painful for whoever has to come in here and do this. Actually, we're going to build it down here. That doesn't need to be 9. Set it to 7. And we had to put the vent here. Okay, so we need a door. We need a path. Normally I don't do these double up, but I don't want to... Actually, it doesn't matter. We'll have the extra space. Take that out. And dig that out. We're at 970, 2,000, so we're still pretty healthy on our power needs here. Construction 7. Digging. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So what we can do is we can have an oxygen vent, an oxygen pump, like right here. Gas wall pump. It'll pull whatever's in this square into the pump, and then we will run it. Hello. We will run it up here, and we're not going to worry about the valve. We're just going to push it straight into the tank. So if there's anything in this line, it will always go into the tank. Hopefully, that won't remove this from the system too long. Gas element sensor. This is just here to make sure that we have some carbon dioxide available to go into the engine without having to wait for it to travel through the input line from the rest of the base. So this should be more than fine. But what we want is a gas element sensor here, testing for carbon dioxide. When it detects it, it'll turn on the pump, start pulling the gas out here. So whenever carbon dioxide falls down here, it'll pull it out, keep it out of the line. That should allow this guy 2 zombie spores. 2 people have contracted zombie spores now. So Ruby, no. Ruby, I need you healthy so I can send you to space and risk your life. Okay. We need to get that addressed. Okay, we've got our first sun nymph over here. Man, how did I get so many shine bugs? I don't know where the other sun bug was. Where he went to. I don't see him floating around anywhere. Oh, wait, they don't show us giving off light. Why don't they show us giving off light? Not sure what's going on. That used to work, right? That used to show you. Okay, let's make sure this is set to chlorine gas. All right, so that's ready once we get back to working on that. I need to clean this out so I can start. Yeah, I need to clean both of these out. I'll do it that way. Okay, so this is meant to pull oxygen out. But there's not a lot. Oh man, it's still going. Let's cut that off. What's it up to in there? Actually, it's down to 15 kilograms. So the excess has been pushing out here. We've been losing a lot of oxygen every time this door opens. So that being said, the overpressure, I was going to build like another pump in here and start pulling out the oxygen and just pushing it, you know, out here where it can normalize with the rest of the system. Oh, crap. Insulated. It is the water line. It's getting too cold. Okay, we're going to add a second heater. You know what? We're just going to put it in here. Let's get some temp shift plates. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! Okay, you're looking for carbon dioxide. The only problem with that is that it will be possible for this to put oxygen in here. And we don't want that. It shouldn't be a lot of oxygen. So we should be able to allow some excess to go through here. And this will take priority over this. Do we want that to take priority? Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Okay. Let that go to work. No, I don't mean for that to be 9 construction. Let's set it to 7. I want to get this part done first. I guess we can leave this open. All right. If we get carbon dioxide, it'll set it up here. Anything else, it's going to throw in this oxygen line. So as long as nothing else makes its way up here, we should be okay. Okay. Now that that's done, let's prioritize getting this fixed as well. Why is it showing 2? Okay. We'll let it work. We'll work through that. All right. So now that this is up and running, we should be able to convert these into airflow tiles. That could be 8. That'll allow the carbon dioxide to fall through, get reclaimed. This should only be oxygen from now on. And no more losing oxygen in excess. Sand, megaphron spore, don't know what those are yet. Rex eggs, don't know what those are yet. Salt water, sandstone. Actually, how am I doing on sandstone? Usually by around cycle 400, I'm hurting for sandstone as well. Don't need swiddle eggs, Ovagro nodes. We've got one of those already. We don't need wart seeds. Really, we're just looking for some more metals or for lime so we can continue making steel. How are we doing on food? 114,000. We'll take the gold. We'll tie you into the same sensor. Oh, we're back up to 10,000 copper. That's good. Ooh. That repair done. Okay, so by now, we should have pushed all the carbon dioxide out of here. Oxygen's down to still over pressure, but not by a lot. I think once they collect the rest of this abyss light out of here, that part will be done, and there will be no more purging into space. Uh-oh. Repair that as well. Oh, Camille. How much longer do you have on your zombie spores? 16.1 cycles. We have the serum ready to go in case we need it. What we should do, since it's been a few days, Joshua may be back up and to 100% and ready to resume his duties. So we have actually never got to send Ruby into space yet. But I'm fine just switching back to Joshua while she's recovering from the zombie spores. All right. We're back up to 10,000 copper. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the other metals as well. We've used up all the wolframite. Okay, they finished this. I need to dig that out. Actually, just turn it into a ladder. Set a priority. We have never finished that. Okay. So this reservoir is what we're going to use. And since this is going to be inside the system, we're going to change these to airflow tiles. And we're going to put some up here so we can manage this space as well. Okay. You're saying you just don't have any power. Oh no. Node health. What's wrong with the node? Water. It's not getting water? Why is it not getting... Oh. We used that much water? And you're dormant for another 17 cycles. Okay. This is a bit of an emergency, so we're going to set you here. So kind of like what we're doing here is we've got a minimum level of water we want to keep that we will supply from our polluted water supply. And we've got enough reserve that we should be able to do that for a while, but I don't know for how long we can keep that up. It should at least last until this starts producing more water from the vent. It's 4,000 grams per second, so it's not an insignificant amount, but we're putting a lot of taxation on this to keep these lines running. Okay. I put a priority of 8 on these, so they should get built pretty quick. These lines are continuing to break down. That should be all of them. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay. So maybe I want some more of these plates. These are overkill, I know, but yeah, they're overkill. And this one's kind of overkill too. Okay. Okay, let's do it this way then. Metal tile. Copper's fine. And then just one more temp shift plate there. And actually, yeah. Metal tile there. Okay, still normalizing. Didn't really go too high on the overflow from this. So we have, yeah, we have an outlet for carbon dioxide no matter what. As long as we keep running missions, that'll never back up too much. Or beyond our ability to capture it, I should say. All right. So let's see if we can get another rocket mission going sooner rather than later. Where are we on the schedule? Okay, we're coming up on evening time. Joshua and Ruby, they don't look so bad, so maybe her exposure was minimal. Somebody has a dream journal. Somebody got the pajamas. Yeah, dispense another one. See if somebody else grabs some. Okay. All right, we need to work on this. Okay, so they seem to be pretty well contained down there. So what I can do is set up. I mean, we want to get as much out of here as possible, so we're just going to set up a normal gas pump. We're going to place it like this. And we're going to run it. Somebody's working on something. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but somebody in our building is breaking down something hard. All of the apartments in this building are basically studio apartments. The internal layouts are all mostly different from each other. Some of the apartments have similar layouts just because they were built by the same builders. When those particular units didn't sell right away, but the rest, the ones that did sell right away, those layouts are all different based on the people that bought the units and whoever they went with to design the layouts. So we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath unit, and the apartment across the hall from us which is almost the exact same size, has a 4-bedroom, 1-bath layout. What's the priority on this? 7. I think that's fine for our purposes. So their rooms are slightly smaller than ours. But otherwise, okay, so these are broken down. If I deconstruct that, polluted oxygen. So I think I can run this line up here. Man, that's a lot. That noise is a lot. Okay. Okay, so now we have an output for the gas pump down here. They've already built most of this line already. Wait, what is this? Oh, that is this line. It's not this line. Okay. So it comes up, then drops down here, jumps over, comes over here. Avoid the radiation. Okay. Again, the whole reason why I started building this is because this thing up here wants zombie spores. I'm not sure how that works or why. Just checking things here. Everything's inspected and checked out. Yep. But it's got a gas pipe. Oh. Maybe I don't need to purge. Maybe I just run it up here. Let's do it.
She told me she's okay.
Sandstone. She's okay?
Yeah, she told me that. She's not ready.
Meaning she wants to go by herself? I don't understand. Oh. So what we're going to try and do is run this line up here.
那厕所要干嘛？先去，我先线上签到就好了。我网络签到，你赶快弄就好了。
So the whole point of us breaking into the zombie spores was to find some way to try and get them up here. So we're just going to take what we have, what we can get out of this unit, send it up here, and then send the excess down here, and see if this will purge our zombie spores more efficiently. And oh, look at that, this thing's all nice and healthy again. So this is working, and hopefully make progress on whatever this thing is, the biobot builder, which I've never used before.
那个是刮胡刀啦，应该是爸爸还哥哥的。
Huh?
Cat pretties.
What?
那个 ProArt
Where?
那个
Seriously?
Yeah, on the floor. 上面看翻了，对吧？
These are razor blades. These are, yeah, these are tiny little knives. Cats are playing with knives now.
And cat. We would like this sticker.
So apparently our cats found my extra razor blades in our bathroom.
Cat.
Yes. What? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, you say that a lot. Like, you'll walk into a room and you're like, what? And I know either a kid or a cat did something that surprised you. Cats playing with razor blades, though. That's new.
New label.
This never happened in the U.S.
Luna. She's still your skincare too.
She's big for Taiwan. She's a normal-sized cat for the U.S.
But you need to check their water.
I need their water and their bathroom. I need to clean the bathroom too. I'm going to do that after the stream. And did you say you wanted me to wash one of your suits?
No.
Nope. Okay. Okay. My wife's getting ready to go to work. She's taking my child to cram school. I have to pick her up from cram school at 11, so I have a hard stop in a couple hours. And we'll probably go out to lunch or something then. But yeah, that means I've got a couple hours left. What is this? Oh, we're already so cold. We're at liquid carbon dioxide cold. So maybe, no, we still got, it's harder to build for, well, let's see. The temperatures inside this pipe are -2 degrees. And out here, -3.5. I'm really not sure what I can do out here that's not going to be in effect. Are you guys still using the bathroom in there? Yep. That's got to say something about the quality of your bathrooms when they're willing to go all the way out here to this rocket launcher platform to use the bathroom rather than use this one right here. It's not a bad looking bathroom. Look, it's more green than not. You guys be safe. Love you. Okay. Why is this taking so long? Let's dig this out as well so it's got more room to oh, I just realized if we do anything here, this will. Oh no, that won't expose the area, but I don't like that. We're going to close that off anyway, just to be safe. Okay. Nope, they're not taking in. Oh, this isn't enabled anymore. Let's enable it. But no, it won't take anything in until we get this built. And why isn't it getting built? Construction. It's a 7. Digging. Let's set this to 7 as well. Yeah, the zombie spores are already up to here. So it shouldn't take very long at all for it to... Okay, that's all sealed in now. Yeah, we're going to seal that part in too. Just so we know. You never want to overexpose your barriers to sand. Oh, I never connected power. Okay. Conductive wire gold, conductive wire copper. Let's see if we can speed that up. Camille, how are you doing with your spores? Toasty surroundings. Is it that warm in there? Yeah, it's a little warm. I might need to do something about that soon. Okay, we've got all of the slime out of this area. So we really don't need this clean room here anymore. It's just holding the slime in here, but sublimation's turned off in this playthrough, so we can purge the rest of this back into our main system and not worry about the slime sublimating any more spores. Yeah. So, what do we need to do to start purging it again? We just need to reconnect this wire. Man, that construction. I hope it's not as obnoxious for you as it is for me. I am not enjoying hearing this. It sounds like they're in this house over here right next to us. Actually, if I go stand next to the window. Yeah, it's this house over here. So that's why it's so obnoxious. They're like literally next door. Oh, did I miss any chats? Why do you always show chat? Show me the live chat. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so this is running. Temperature is going to be another issue. Hopefully it'll offset it in here before it spreads too much. Well, it's still 40 degrees going into the main base. But it's 30 degrees in here. Nope, 24. Oh, this area is cut off from this. We can probably open this. In fact, there's no reason for this door to be here at all. Ooh, temperature placed down to 32 degrees. So that means that this is overtaking the heat. I mean, I know it's dormant. I know that once this starts producing steam again, that this will reverse course, but we were never down as low as 32 degrees before. So that might be a nice offset for us when this thing erupts again, because we built all this during its last dormancy. So that means that we're going to be starting at a lower baseline than we did before, and maybe that means we'll have a lower peak temperature than we did this time around, because that peak was still up around 50 to 60 degrees. Mr. Minstrel, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream. So I was just talking about how the threshold here is lower than it was when we built it on the last dormancy. So hopefully that means that we're controlling the temperature well enough in this area. That is loud. I'm just going to take the tablets. I need to adjust my alerts because I got the same alert twice and it was even louder the second time. But I appreciate the raid. Appreciate the attention. So let's see if we can get another mission started. We've been sidetracked by some of these other issues, the zombie spores being the main one. Unreachable dig. I'm fine with that. I don't want them finishing that. Let's just cancel that for now. Yeah, let's go ahead and check on, let's see. We're coming up on the end of the day. So we'll wait until nighttime's over, and then we'll send up either Joshua or Ruby to do some more research for us. Joshua is birthing over here. He's up to 20 morale. But his roles haven't, his jobs are at 19. Ruby should be better off. She's at 20 morale as well, but she only needs 10. She hasn't gone up yet, so I think Ruby is our candidate. Okay, this bothers me. I don't need anything in here. I mean, the decor in here is already so high across the board. Negative value, Ruby's outfit. Her outfit is holding her back. We have an outfit somewhere, don't we? Where's the clothing? We have warm coats. Let's get her in a warm coat, see if that helps her decor a little bit. I don't think it's going to make a difference if we're already at our max, and the penalty didn't seem to be affecting that, but it's worth a shot. I lost her. Where'd she go? Where's Joshua? Okay. There's Ruby. All right, her morale's up to 22. Let's go ahead and get her ready to go up. We've got 500 kilograms of plastic. That should be more than enough. I mean, we're not going to send her up that long. We're just going to send her up for a day. We still don't have food. What can we do about that? We can't really send edibles up here using the dump sign. So yeah, I have no way of putting food up here. I really can't think of anything else I can do with this layout. We're at the 1,300 grams of carbon dioxide over here. Oh, there is some carbon dioxide in the rest of this too. All right, let's cycle through some of the atmosphere here, see if we can lower that carbon dioxide. Why are you guys using this bathroom? I don't... maybe it was full. It just seems so odd. They're all coming up here. All right. I think we got all the carbon dioxide out. All right. Let's do this. Ruby's already assigned. Do we want to risk? I mean, we can't bring the artifact back. I think we need a different. Actually, it's already set. Let's just leave it as is. I want to see if this was going to allow her time to work in the thing before it brings it back, and when. So I don't know enough about rocket science to understand what the behaviors are. So is it just going to send her to the tile and then immediately bring her back? That's what I want to find out. But I think we're ready. But it's not giving us a... It's not giving us the option to take off. What am I missing? Oh, begin launch sequence. I guess you have to be outside. I could have sworn I did that from the command station before, but I guess not. And they're gone. And yep, they came right back. And she returned. So interesting. All right, destination orbiting on the Luna. So it kept the destination this time. It didn't reset. So that must have been something I did. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and bring her back. We've turned off the round trip. I like the checklist. Why isn't she here? Ruby, where'd you go? There she is. All right. See, now I have the option to begin launch sequence, so it's not the control station that defines that. Oh, she immediately starts going to work. We haven't even left the planet yet, have we? Oh, it wouldn't let me view exterior. Yeah. So I guess as soon as they're no longer grounded, they can start working on research. Where are you? I can hear you, but I can't see you. Hold on. I need to make sure my cat's not going crazy. Where are you? What are you doing? These are not toys. So apparently, my cat has declared our bathroom as its new hunting ground, and is pulling anything it can pick up out of there, and then bringing them to me as like trophies or gifts. Just some kind of makeup, I think, for my wife. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. How's Ruby doing? She's asleep. Her morale's still 20. Her calories are below 3,000 and she's still 20. So she's only lost she's already lost morale from hunger. But breath is still 100. Carbon dioxide in here is minimal. So I think that's what happened before. That's why we added this mechanism here. Is after a couple of trips, we had so much carbon dioxide built up in here that it was impossible for him to breathe. Even standing on this second level, there was more carbon dioxide than there was oxygen at that point, and he couldn't reach the oxygen to breathe it. So that's how we almost lost Joshua on that last trip. Let's speed this up. Save. Okay. Okay, now her morale is down to 9. She's got plenty of breathing room. She's got everything else. She's just hungry and sad from not being able to sleep on a bed. I'm sad that she couldn't sleep on a bed as well. But I think we're ready to bring her back. And I think we're ready to start working on our next design. So we're going to set that. It says destination unselected. So I guess we just need to set it. There it goes. It's loading up. It's restocking and refueling. We only used like 20 kilograms of plastic, so we only got like 4 research out of that. But we did start the mission late. We didn't start it like first thing in the morning like we wanted to. We wanted to get her into a nice suit so her morale was as high as possible. There is some carbon dioxide in there, so we'll go ahead and purge that. I wish I could see the carbon dioxide more clearly. I don't want to just leave this thing on. There it goes. Okay, that should be good enough, I think. Yeah, there's no more carbon dioxide in there. All right, so we will, let's see. It's been a couple days. Let's check on Joshua. No, we'll check on him tonight when we know he's down for the day. If he's back up to 100%, we'll send him on the next one. And I think what we'll do is we'll get him into some warm clothing as well, so that we know he's as maxed out. Because I mean, as soon as his morale takes a hit, you know, he's pretty much done. All right. So we're hitting the system now. It's got the steel, but what about the zombie spores? I remember there was a way to check on its progress. Okay, it hasn't actually... Oh yeah, it has received some zombie spores. Just a handful, though. It started out at 4.9 million. And so we're up about 71 spores. But we need another 4.9 million, it looks like. So this is going to take a while. So this is the input line. It says it's got them in there. Yep, it's going up. Up to 111. Oh, come on. Who's getting spores now? Marie? 18 cycles, so she's got a fresh dose. But where? Radiation? The radiation's fine. It's minimal. Why are they going in here? It's got to be to get the metals. I'm going to shut these off for right now. Let this have some time to work and purge as much of this as possible. So we were going to put a door here. I think it'd be better if we put it here. Actually, no, we're going to do this a little differently. So we're going to close this off. How is this power running? Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a auto miner in here and have it break into the... Oh no, it can't, because then it'll kill them. It'll wreck them. Because it'll mine all of this. It won't discriminate. I don't know how to control auto miners' range or anything. I haven't seen that kind of control on one of these things. Let's just build a test one somewhere. I don't need it to run. Yeah, let's just build one there for now. We'll come back to that. Actually, I think I do need to close that out, or else I won't build it at all. And then let's get back to working on this. So, okay, she's purged all this. So we can break this open. Wait, let's make sure we know what we're breaking down. Yeah, there's some, we don't want to break these, so just deconstruct that. And deconstruct. Okay. Set you down to 1. We don't need you to keep... let's cut her off from power. Okay. There's quite a bit. I don't know how close this is going to get us to that 4.9 million goal, but yeah, we're already up over 1,000, almost 2,000 now. All right, so let that keep going. How are we down here? Should be, yep, all oxygen, no pollutants at all. So it's definitely removing the zombie spores. Hopefully, that's a good question. So once it hits that 9 million, which I don't know if we're going to hit that or not, but once it hits that, what's going to happen? Is it going to stop pulling the zombie spores out? Meaning that the rest will just continue through and end up in here anyway? Which theoretically should be fine, because this is going to be in chlorine once we're done. Let's go ahead and get these reservoirs going. I want to use copper. Yeah, might as well use copper. Okay. So we want to start getting chlorine up here as quickly as possible. We want this thing ready to go. So that's the gas vent. Let's deconstruct that. And then this is filtering for chlorine gas. Oh, so this was going to send it down here. There's no longer anything feeding into this, so we don't need this here at all. What we can do is cut that off. What just happened? There. This should reverse once we get here. It's not going to be pretty, but it'll do what we want it to do. Let's get ready though. So we're going to add you here and add you here. So this will, we don't need that snaking around like that. Okay. That's good. Okay, so this will take the reserve chlorine we have in here and feed it in here. And then we're going to purge chlorine into here. Not purge, but output. But we'll need power for that, so we won't need a lot of power. Oh, but we don't have... We're already using 1400, so we're not going to use that over here. So we're going to reclaim this. But we need to get our producer line in here. So it's over here. Okay, that's fine. So once this is clear, that part is the most important. Okay. Wrong buttons. All right, copper. Okay. So, shut off, shut off, shut off, shut, whoops. Smart battery, smart battery. Let's see, we need automation. You guys will be at the NOT gate. Okay, and then we need a bridge. Okay. So once that builds out, this will bring in the line, the power from the producers. Feeds into these. It'll either go through this battery into this transformer or to go through this battery into the transformer. This is the first battery, so this will be the main. When it's full, it'll close or open this, what is it, shut off, power shut off? Yeah, it'll open this power shut off, basically shutting it off. So the producer can't, the producer line can't feed any more power into it. It'll close this through the NOT gate. So once this, well, it won't close it, it will open it so that power is coming out of the battery into the transformer. At the same time, this will open, allowing power from the producer, and this will open and close are very misleading when you're trying to think of on and off for power. But basically, this will disconnect from the transformer while this is connected to the producers. This will disconnect from the producers while it's connected to the transformer, and they'll alternate between the two. So we're always pulling power out of the producers into the non-consumer battery. And then once this gets below 50%, it'll alternate. So it's pulling power from the producers while this is being consumed by the transformer. And right now, this is the only thing that's pulling power out of the transformer. But we're going to have more stuff in here once we start building in the logic for managing our polluted water. Okay, checking the contents of the reservoir. Still no zombie spores. So they're still coming out. There appears to be no... I mean, there's some highlights here where the bridges meet, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of contamination from the spores as the gas lines travel through. Okay, we're really starting to climb. I mean, it's still slow compared to where we need to be. This thing can consume 10,000 germs per second, and we're nowhere near that sort of throughput. And we still don't know what this is for. I still don't know what this is going to produce. It says it's a biobot builder. And I don't know what to make of this. Defunct biobots drop harvestable steel. Allows a skilled duplicate to manufacture a steady supply of icky yet effective bots. I don't know what any of that means. I mean, at a crude level, I know what that means. But I don't know what that means for me in this, how that's going to affect this gameplay. So, all right, we're going to dig you out so you can start building all this. And once that's done, that'll allow this. Oh, so there's some oxygen in here. Well, there was some oxygen in here. Okay, so that oxygen we're going to purge. Yeah, it's only 1,200 in here. And the oxygen is 14 degrees. Excuse me. So, yeah. We'll just purge that right here. So we'll dig you out. Set up a vent. Right here is fine. This may not be a permanent thing. This might be just a temporary thing while we get the oxygen out of what's in the line right now. Gas pipe, igneous rock. Oh, there was never a pipe there, so okay, that makes sense. These are all new constructions. We said we were going to check on Joshua. It's morning. Where is Joshua? He's right here. He's at 22 of 19. Let's send him up. I didn't see Joshua. Oh, he's up here. Okay. Maybe I should close this off. Oh no, that'll just transfer the problem out here. I just don't like that these are continuing to break down from the temperature. Let's see, the shift plate's minus 31 degrees. I didn't see where they were to begin with. I'm not sure what else I can do to speed up this process, though. But we'll come back and check and make sure this temperature is climbing, at least to some extent. Is he in there? He's not in there yet. Oh, he is in there. Oh, we don't have a destination anymore. All right. So how do I... guess I have to go back out and click on it. Yep. All right. It's such a short launch sequence. All right. Well, I'm gonna watch his morale. His attributes should be high enough. He should be cranking these out much quicker than Ruby was doing. But he's also burning through calories pretty quick. No, I guess not. I guess that's the normal rate. Okay. Right, his morale still 22. Lindsay, cuisine. So we'll see what happens to his morale when he gets below 3,000 calories. I know that's a threshold. Or I remember that being a threshold when I played before. 2 years ago. Building broken. Another radiant liquid pipe. Great. All right. Oh, his morale just dropped to 18. Where are we on the schedule? It's his downtime. Let's go ahead and bring him back. Let's let him get a good night's sleep in his own bunk. Well, that doesn't work once he's reached his destination, so... He's already back. Critter starvation, stone hatch. Well, we're probably not putting anything in here for stone hatches, do we? Come on, where are they? Sage hatch. Why is there stuff for sage hatch? Igneous rock. So does this mean we have no igneous rock? How are we out of igneous rock? No, we've got plenty. So why does it say 0? Or is that just telling me how much it's put in here? 25.4. Okay, it's showing me what's in the system. So really what we need to do is just put a second feeder in here for the stone hatch. Well, do we really want stone hatches? They produce coal. $70 kilograms. Compared to a normal hatch, that's what? Well, come on, how? So normal hatch, consuming normal materials. Let's get to, what are we filling? Muckroot and sandstone. So 656 grams per cycle from the muckroot and 70 kilograms per cycle from the sandstone, from 140 kilograms of sandstone. So the stone hatch is producing 70 kilograms to 140 kilograms of rock. So all we're doing is alternating what we're converting into coal here. We've got 172,000. So I don't think we need stone hatches. Let's see. And we're not producing any sunbugs right now. So we're going to go back to hatch production. But just one. We'll leave that up. And yeah, we just got the one sunbug. What was I looking at? Okay. So they're not set to produce anything. So we're not consuming any more sunbug eggs either. Yeah. That's set to forever. That's set to forever. Hatch eggs, not so much. So we can start time again. Yeah, we're going to start killing off the stone hatches here. That seems more humane than just letting them die from starvation. Stone hatches are tough. That's a little concerning. I'm glad I decided to do it one at a time. What time is it? It's 10 a.m. All right. So I've got one more hour before I have to go pick up my daughter from cram school. Spicy tofu. We're down to 100. Well, actually, we're up to 113,000 food. Let's refresh. Sand. Seacomb seed. I have no idea what those do, but we're going to have to find out at some point. Seacomb seed. Seacombs are hyper-efficient photosynthesizers. While most plants grow towards the light, this aquatic fern's needs are so low that it can prioritize other survival needs. It's excuse me. It sprouts on the ceiling of liquid-filled caves, its tendrils reaching down to brush passing critters. This contact encourages critters to consume the plant and excrete the fertilizer that supports its continued growth. They consume polluted dirt. Their leaves can be processed to extract phyto oil. We can produce algae without burning slime. And it emulsifies into biodiesel, but it consumes bleach stone. But I think there's a way to produce bleach stone now too, right? Oh, you can produce it from slime. Interesting. So we could use princes, puffed princes to make slime. use that to emulsify, not emulsify, pulverize into phyto, whatever. I already forgot. Wait. This is different now. Polluted dirt with seacomb produces the seacomb leaf. So if we were going to do this, we would need to do it down here. Okay, let's take a look at this thing again. Grown from seacomb seed. Okay, this is the seed. So we'd want a farm plot with polluted dirt. So we'd have to fertilize it with polluted dirt. It needs to grow in water, but otherwise it doesn't need water in the farm plot. So can you, I know you can build a hydroponic farm with alternative facing. Oh, you can. I want to say that's new. Okay, where's the seacomb? Okay, so we need to get rid of the ladder down here. What was that? What was that warning? Okay, hopefully this will allow us to seed into a new... Okay, it's still saying it's... Okay, now it'll let us do it. Oh, it's already set. I just need to wait for this. There we go. Hopefully this will allow us to produce a new seed. And we'll come back and watch that later. All right. What is the temperature up here now? This thing is continuing to disappoint me. And the temperature of this is going down as well. I don't know what to do about the vacuum part. The temperature is going up out here, though. So hopefully this will address itself over time. Once the temperatures out here get high enough, whatever's pushing through here will normalize at a temperature above that damaging level. Okay. Is this back down? Yep, it's back down. I suppose I should hook this up again. The oxygen level still... Well, Well, nobody's had a reason to go in here through this doorway, so yeah, there should be no harm in reconnecting this. It's not going to overpressurize again. So what was happening before is I had carbon dioxide. This was the bottom of the chamber. There wasn't this extra subsection yet. And so because the carbon dioxide was building up down here and it was below the threshold of the oxygen, every time the carbon dioxide occupied this square, the vent would push oxygen into the square, which would push the carbon dioxide out. But that was allowing more oxygen in this chamber than theoretically you should allow for a gas vent. So we had like 27 kilograms of oxygen pent up in here. And then when I started to build this extra section to have that oxygen, I was going to pull the oxygen out of here, but because they were using this door and this door is not sealed, all that oxygen was vented into space. But that's why we built this extra section. If there's any carbon dioxide in here, it'll drop down here, and there's never going to be anything but oxygen in these squares up here. And so it'll never go above that 2,000 grams once we get that low. But since they don't have any more reason to go in here anymore, it's just kind of stuck at that level. Let's check the schedule. All right, we're coming up on nighttime again. We'll probably send up Ruby again next. First thing in the morning. How are we doing on the zombie spores? We're up to 51%. I want to say we started around 49.65 maybe? No, 49.25. So we're up almost 60,000 germs. This is looking nice and sparse. Once we know this is completely purged and safe, then we'll figure out how we're going to build this in such a way that we're going to minimize exposure to the germs in here. But there's already enough germs in this one square alone that should get us the rest of the way to our goal for at least one biobot. Okay. Oh, we got a new sun bug. Okay. All right. The chlorine gas is filled in here nicely. The tank is empty. So aside from this, which should already be cleared, I think this thing has been sitting long enough in here that even without regulation, it should be pretty much empty of any contamination. 36 tons of brine. That's how badly we were doing before we allowed 36 tons of contamination to seep into this tank. Let's see, what about yeah, there's still food poisoning in these, so we need to cycle those. Let's just go above. Oh, wait. Why is that feeding in? Oh no, that's not feeding into the sieve. That's feeding into this bridge. Oh, that scared me. I thought I was just sitting in this 50,000 plus food poisoning into our water line. Okay, so that's feeding into this, which is going right back into this tank. Let's see. We should be okay to run it back this way now. Is it already? The current germ count. Okay, so maybe that was all of it. 25, 29. So that's the thing. We've got tons, literally tons of clean pollutant in here. And so that's quickly killing off the food poisoning germs that we're throwing in here. Because once the 10 kilograms of polluted water from the pipe, from that segment of pipe, joins the tons of water that are in here, that food poisoning goes from 50,000 or whatever per, I guess 5,000 per kilogram, to a fraction of that. And it's the percentage that's getting purged per tick. So after just a few seconds, yeah, this has already cleared all of that, and it's loading that all into here. So there should be absolutely no food there's no food poisoning going into the final tank. So that's how it was supposed to work. But because I didn't have the plastic to make these sensors right away, I had to kind of manually control the flow of the food poisoning through these first two tanks. And that's how I ended up with this mess. So the way we're going to mitigate that now, we're going to have, so we have our input, we have our intermediate. This is the tank that's going to remain full and just run polluted water through the system. Until it's purged. So it's going to have one control for one valve that just says, okay, when this thing is not full, turn off the valve so it fills up. When it is full, turn on the valve so it starts pushing that, pushing the excess out to the final reservoir. And then the final reservoir will only accept clean, clear, polluted water, and it'll send the rest of it back to the first channel, the first reservoir. So that means we should still be able to do that with just one valve per reservoir. Like this first one is just going to constantly send whatever's coming into it out to this reservoir. So we really don't need any logic for this reservoir itself. So this valve, which allows the polluted water to move from this reservoir into this reservoir, will actually be controlled by this reservoir. Let's go ahead and build these valves. These liquid shutoffs. So it'll take the excess from here. I can't build it behind buildings, huh? Okay, so it'll take it from here like this. And we don't need a sensor down here either. Okay. So it's going to take the output from here. Okay. But the automation for that valve is actually going to come from here. High threshold is going to be 100. Low threshold is going to be 95, I guess. I think 98 is fine. Because we're dealing with this mod that sets our volumes to such a high level, just a variance of 2% is still quite a bit. It's still like 20,000. No, that's 10%. So that's 2,000 kilograms. All right, let's get you wired into power. Copper's fine. Okay, now the next valve will cycle the output from this reservoir. So that'll just put a bridge here so it's more clean. Okay, so that's going to be the output from this reservoir. It's going to feed into this. Okay, so it's going to feed into this valve. If the valve is open, meaning if the germ doesn't detect any germs here, then the valve will feed into the final reservoir. And if not, okay, so if the valve is closed, meaning that it's not passing anything to the final reservoir, that means it still detected some germs. It will output back to the reservoir. That still seems so ugly and inefficient to me. Pipe germ sensor. Copper and plastic. All right. So I'm thinking we only need one germ sensor on this whole system now. Remove that. Remove that. The way I see it, this will just continue to cycle based on if there's any germs at all in the system. And with it going, it's going to be so full already. Well, this has germs in it, yeah. So we're going to be putting this thing to the test like right away. That's great. Let's see how this performs with this. But now I'm thinking about the brine that's in there with the polluted water. I can't separate the brine from the rest. So I'm going to have to run all of it through this system and then separate the brine out after the fact, after it's been purified, and send into the desalinator. So all of this is going to go feed into this thing. Let's get it ready. So all of that's going to come in here. This is going to be on right away. If the germ count is above 0, yeah. So if there's any germs at all, keep this closed. Send the water back into this unit. So all this is just going to immediately run through here and then immediately run up into here and start circulating here until it's clean, and then it'll start collecting up here. And this system is pretty much final. So there's no reason not to start using it right away. So let's do it. So this should be disabled by automation grid. Yep. This should be enabled. Yep. So as soon as they're done with this segment, this is going to start offloading in here. 57 million germs. We're up to 4.998. What's the temperature out? Still not good enough. We're still hurting for temperature up here. Oh, the temperature's gone down. So we're still not managing our temperatures well enough here. 240 watts per heater. I've got room for maybe one more heater. But I feel like that could be overkill. Maybe just as like a temporary solution. Did I make this out of iron ore? I don't want that as iron ore. Oh. Let's get some more plates in here. I know it's overkill, but maybe that's what we need. Oh, look at that. I don't like that. Yeah. It's just this area right here that's really hurting. We were going to send Ruby up, but we missed our window. We'll try and be more, oh, that's right. That's where we got the Pakus from. So how's this thing doing? Temperature's fine. Oh, we've got plenty of polluted dirt. I didn't realize we were still producing that much polluted dirt. Oh, we got some brine in here. It's 30 kilograms worth. We can't clean that, can we? Oh, we can. I don't understand how cleaning one liquid. I don't understand how you cleaning one liquid out of another liquid it works. I'm sure there's a science to it, but I mean, I understand how you can separate them out using their viscosity or, well, mainly just using their viscosity. But I don't see brine and polluted water being that so different. All right, what do we got? Iron. I usually don't take refined ore metal because it would be more efficient to take the raw metal, since there's normally more of it and you can convert more of it into the refined metal than what you would get if you just accepted the refined metal. Copper came up, so we'll take that. Don't really want more copper, but okay. I try not to refresh too many times, even with the mod in place. All right, so yeah, this doesn't really give you any controls on the RoboMiner. Automatically digs out all materials in a set range. Oh, okay. I was misreading that. I thought it was saying you could set the range on the RoboMiner, which meant there were some configuration allowances involved with the RoboMiner that maybe I could take advantage of, so I could dig out the spore kit area without killing the spore kids. But no, that I was misreading this. It's a set range. It's a static set range. You cannot change it. And yeah, so okay. Well, that's what I wanted to know. So we're not going to be using a RoboMiner for this thing down here. That being said, it's almost done pulling out everything. (10:37 a.m.) Okay. Okay, we're hurting for polluted dirt. Well, we're not hurting, and they just haven't delivered it yet. Ugh. I shouldn't be this tired. We got to bed pretty early last night. Well, early for us, but still more sleep than we've been getting lately. Well, I guess I should say early for her. All right. Oh, did I miss it again? I did. Actually, no, it's not too late. Let's go ahead and send Ruby up. No, 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 no. I was just clicking on that. Oh, it says empty space. How do I... Okay, so let's go to the star map. Let's click on this. All right, sandy ore field. Total mass remaining 65.6 tons. Sandstone, sand, algae, copper ore. Oh, there's an artifact there. So did I misread that? Nope, there's an artifact here as well. Okay, so... So we need a drill cone to harvest it. I'm more curious about the artifact than anything. We're not really hurting for those resources. But I want to learn these systems. A boreal we've never seen before, so we have no idea what's down there. It doesn't look pretty, though. Pistols on, we have some idea of what it's like, but not much. Okay, so maybe we'll work on a drill cone type rocket next. Too much muscle memory. Oh, come on. It's all these ones that haven't been fixed before. Oh, that one's been fixed before. Gas bridge. Gas pipe. Okay. All right, this guy's going. We want another one just like that right here. And we want it to share the same automation. Probably could have just built that earlier without having to wait. And I don't know. Hopefully that's going to make a difference. Because I like the symmetry, I'm going to add a metal tile here. So I really don't know what to do outside here because this is vacuum. So that should greatly reduce the effectiveness of any temp shift tiles or metal tiles. But we'll see. All right, temperature's already gone up a bit. $10:42. I'm running out of time. I got 18 minutes left. How are we doing here? Gold, iron. That's all the tungsten. There's food poisoning in here somehow. 3,000 kilograms of steel. And we're down to 570 plastic. No, we're not down to that. That's just how much is in there. So if we wanted to... Let's just monitor our plastic for now. So that's a manufactured material. All right, we're down to 1,200 kilograms. So that's still fine. That's still more than enough for our needs right now. Okay, we're at the next day. Oh, has she been in here the whole time? I forgot. Ruby, I'm so sorry. Go home. Just go home. She spent the night in here. I'm an idiot. All right, switch back to Joshua. Get him up here. We're gonna, that's right. We just want to do some research, set him up, come back. As soon as he's in here, I have to go outside and click it. There we go. Damage overheated. Where? Ethanol fermenter. Why did it zoom in on this then? This didn't. Okay, so this guy is overheating. All right. So we're going to change the material on this thing. We'll change it to gold. The temperature down here is a little high. So we're going to leverage these temp shift plates again. And that should help us. All right, this thing's growing well. All right, let's see how we're doing here. We have nothing in the reservoir. Oh no, we do have some stuff in the reservoir. We just have some brine in here. So some food poisoning still made its way up in here. The reason it's, I think the only reason it's that much, oh no, a lot is getting through. 244, 0, 242, 0. That's not ideal. We're going to let it run its course. I don't know, maybe I need a buffer. Maybe I need to put some distance between this and the, between this liquid shutoff and the sensor. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move this up one. So that means the new liquid is going to come out here. We still want a bridge. Okay. Get all this stuff built. I want to see that deconstruction sooner rather than later. There we go. Okay. I'll let this complete. The new shutoff is going to be here. And okay. We're going to need additional automation wire. And we need to reroute power. So that should give us a little bit of a buffer. It's not going to be any more accurate than what we have now with no buffer. If anything, it's going to be no, it should be more efficient. The problem is, once we start to get to the high threshold where everything is full, or at least the second reservoir is full, then that's going to affect the behavior as well. To my knowledge, the pollutants don't go down if they're just sitting in a pipe. Let's just finish it and see what we get. Power shut off. Okay. So this is done. We can... let's prioritize it. Okay. So now... all right. Threshold is down to 20, 19. So we're already getting ahead of, well, some of the excess coming out of this system. It was never quite full, so, but we're only pulling out the pollutant at about, yeah, 10 kilograms per segment, about 8,000 germs. So it's about 80% of a fully contaminated source. There's still just a handful of germs making its way into this final system, but this final system is also going to be a reservoir, like a reserve tank. It's just going to be a reserve tank of purified water. So even if if a handful of germs get in here, by the time this whole circuit is complete, and there's a significant amount of liquid in this reservoir, it'll kill off that handful that make it through fairly quickly. And regardless of the source, like this is just the excess coming from the we got brine, we got polluted water, everything is currently up and producing. Temperature's gone down again. So I'm fluctuating between minus 32 and minus 30. I'm still not entirely sure why. So maybe... what is our volume here? It's almost full. I mean, we're almost at the 2,000 threshold. So what I was thinking is I would add a filter, like a vent for the oxygen in here, so we could fill this place up with oxygen. And then we could heat up the oxygen as another conductor, an insulation against the cold. But we've already got enough oxygen in here that should already be happening, and it's not. So, somebody died? No. Oh, I forgot. How are you doing, man? What's your morale? It's down to 10. How long has he been up here? His collars are down to 2,300. I can't believe I forgot him. I thought I lost somebody. It said 15 or 16 on the planet. All right. And he's holding his breath. It's time to go back. I can't believe I forgot him. we finished our research. I am sorry, man. Yeah, go ahead. Well, that could have been interesting. Poor dude. That's the second time I've almost killed him. And he's still just going to work. I love that ethic. All right. I just realized we have an unreachable data bank right there. All right, so we finished some research. It's been a while since we've seen that come up. Now we still have some research left to go. But nothing I have enough cognizance of to want to prioritize over anything else. Solid management, solid filter, thermosensor. Oh, I've never used sensors on my conveyor systems. Storage tile used to build the walls and floors of rooms. Provides built-in storage for small spaces. Oh. So I could replace... Okay, get this done, yeah. So they're working on this next. So I could use that on the rocket. I could replace at least one of these. So I need to purge the carbon dioxide here. I need to wind down. It's 10:59. I need to stop at 11. Go pick up my daughter. So I think this is pretty much where we're going to end for the day. We got considerably more views today, both YouTube and Twitch. So there's definitely more interest in this than there was in my Dune playthrough. So I think I'm going to keep up with this. I've got some videos coming out pretty soon of some other games I'm taking a look at, like some quick looks and first looks at some of the new stuff I'm finding on Steam. But those are going to go straight to YouTube's as recordings, not... I don't think I'm going to stream any of that. But yeah, pretty happy with this. I'm definitely going to add some storage to this which I think we just did. We just got the research. High velocity transport technology and solid management technology. Okay, so that means the new... Okay, so the solid filter. Wow, I've never thought about using a solid, or never considered a solid filter in this game before. So the other one should be in here somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. All right, so we need glass. Oh, of course we need glass. How do I make glass? We're going to need sand. So we're just going to use sand. All right, we're going to make it out of... Make it out of ceramic so we don't have to worry about the temps anytime soon. But this thing is going to be a significant source of heat. I guess we'll just put it up here. We're at 1,700 to 2,000 for power consumption here. And this thing uses how much? Wait, 1.2 kilowatts? So we can't use this and the forge together at the same time. Or we're just going to have a separate... Yeah, I think we're just going to do that. We're just going to have a separate power consumer for it. I don't want to copy these. Yeah, I can do that. All right, so new blueprint. We're just going to copy this. 2K power consumer bank. And just immediately drop it right there. So apparently we didn't bring in any of the consumer here, so, or the producer line here. Copper should be fine. And that's it. And for this guy, we're going to pull from here. Yep, using copper is fine. $11:03. I'm already late. Okay. And does this thing have any water lines? Nope. Wait, what's that? This thing has a water output? Liquid output pipe. What does it output? Okay, so we're going to bypass that. This is the output from up there. So that'll go here. We're going to change that to a radiant pipe. Wait a second. It changed the direction. Hold on. So now I need to... Okay, so it goes in here, comes out here, goes in, comes out here. Wait. So it should be going this direction. So this is going this direction. This is going this direction. Okay, that's where I was getting confused. This reverse direction because I broke the line. All right. Okay, so we're going to have radiant pipe bringing this out to here. And then we're going to put a bridge here just so we can see what the output on this looks like. This will give us a temporary small reservoir coming off this thing. Oh, excuse me. And that'll allow us to see what's going on there and how functional this thing is. We're not going to be running this thing all the time, so I'll probably put a switch on this so I can control when I make glass. Oh, it's getting hot in here. We're not cooling this thing down enough at all. We'll work on that next as well. But that's it for now. I've got to go pick up my daughter. It's raining. Oh, it looks pretty nice outside. I don't like that this is still happening. Wait, why doesn't that need repair? Oh, they've already got it. Okay, they're already on it. Okay. Let's grab whatever's in here. And let's take the fertilizer. All right. That's it. No crew on board. Good. Yeah, got so many things going right now. I don't know what to check. We've still got a little bit of atmosphere in here, but we should have removed the majority of the spores from here. This, I still don't know what to do with all this. Are we harvesting any of that? Yeah, we're harvesting it. What are we doing with it? Like, are we cooking with it? Are we... I don't know. I don't have time for this. I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and or follow whichever platform you see this on. Thanks again to Mr. Minstrel for the raid earlier. Thanks for joining the stream. Thank you to the viewers that stuck around and continued watching. Thanks to you guys on YouTube. 21 views. That's good for a live stream this early in the morning. Yeah. But again, be sure to like, subscribe, and or follow whichever platform you see us on. Check out my videos on youtube.com/Arcagus. Check out more of my streams on twitch.tv/Arcagus. And that's it. Until next time, you guys be safe. All right. I gotta go.